back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, gone. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Flushed out right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now Goff on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap. Fields. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And now it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10. Play action. It's Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. From the red zone now, Goff. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 94 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. He'll buy some time right. James has got it. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Now Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for second down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Goff. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Janet Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. To try again after the sack, Fields. Yeah, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Always a... As a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And down to the 11. Fourth down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his second touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand-new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high power.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Detroit. David Moore, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Play action. It's Fields.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
A final shot before the break. Fields
steps away. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Let's go. Picked off by Will Harris. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. Ballantyne opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Throwing on third. Goff.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
T.J. Hockenson came into the NFL with big expectations. His big strides, they came in year 2 when his receptions jumped from 32 as a rookie to 67 last year. They expect those numbers to continue to go up, and they will when he continues.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Swift is in for a Lions touchdown. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and a defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets him to about the 44. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And some room to roam now. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage, and in the end, that became a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
To throw is gone. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off at the 17.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. Big hold of the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line.
114 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery.
And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Flush to his right.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. 7 yards, the pick up there.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll roll him out right. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now Goff. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Goff. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run with Swift.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him, as we've seen. What'd you say, 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big